income is at break even? 0. Very good. So you know something, okay? So you can start there and kind of work your way into the rest of it. What was the first problem we did in class, Sadie? First one. The first problem. The first one with numbers. No, not the first. The first one in this section. I'm sorry. In this section. In this section, what was the first problem we did in class? I don't know. No, Alcatraz wouldn't have been the first one. No, that's not the first one with numbers. So let's keep going to Frodo Company. Frodo Company. What page is Frodo on? 108. 108. Sadie, 108. Frodo's kind of like what? The dog. No. 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 Lord of the Rings?
Well, I know what it's from. I'm just saying.
Laura, what kind of a problem is this? Relevant cost problem, more specifically, the third machine replacement. So this is a machine replacement. What did we decide here, Samantha? What did we decide here with Frodo Company? Yes or no?
Buy a new machine because it's possible. Yes. Happy face.
Happy face. But because the net benefit exceeded the net cost, which is where the positive number came from. So our answer was a positive number, which meant that the net benefit exceeded the net cost, which is why it's positive. If the costs exceeded the benefits, it would have wound up a negative number, okay? So that was our first problem. Very good. Victoria, she's finally got a really easy question. What was the next problem that we did in class? Hassle Company. Oh, do you have a smile? Oh, you don't have a smiley face, but he is. Yeah, and it's very, very clear what the decision was. I can read it from here. Alex, what kind of a problem is this? Make or buy. So, Shar, did we decide to make or buy? Make. Why?
Because it's one point and then because it's lower to make it than to buy it.
It's lower to make. It's cheaper to make it than to buy it. See, Stephanie, what cost listed on that page did we decide was not relevant to our decision? Fixed manufacturing overhead, okay? So Catherine, what was the next problem we did in class? So we decided to make on that one. What was the next? Adams Company. What kind of a decision did we make there, Matthew? That's what I'm asking for.
Oh, to maximize CMU for scarce resources.
Oh, I'll ask somebody else that. It's what kind of a problem is it?
Oh, scarce resources.
Scarce resources. You don't worry, I'll ask somebody else that one. It's a scarce resource problem. Brandon, did you hear his answer? I want to know.
I honestly did not hear it.
I didn't think you did because he said it really quietly. What is our decision rule for scarce resource problem?
Maximize contribution margin per unit of scarce resource.
Yes, we want to maximize contribution margin per unit of scarce resource. So what did we use our titanium to make, Mr. King?
Golf clubs?
The golf clubs, because it had the highest contribution margin per pound of titanium, which was the scarce resource in this instance. Cody, what was the next problem we did in class? I'm sorry? Morley Manufacturing. Remember, he's at the University of Missouri St. Louis. Yes, ma'am.
So on the test, are we just gonna have similar examples of these, or are we gonna have to know like what we decided on these?
Oh, you're not going to have to know what you decided on this. You're not going to have to know what the answer to Morley was.
So there's just similar.
There'll be other problems that I ask you to calculate. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, please don't try and memorize what the what the answers were to these particular questions. So what kind of a problem is Morley Manufacturing, Aubrey? Special order. You like this question a little better than some of the other ones that I've asked you. It's a special order. Scott, what did we decide here? Do you have a blank page? No. What page? 115.
What did we decide?
Yes, sir.
Minimum selling price should be $110.
Minimum selling price should be $110. Mr. Newland, can you elaborate?
Yeah, we decided that fixed manufacturing overhead was irrelevant.
Okay, we decided the fixed manufacturing overhead once again, was irrelevant to our decision. And so the $110 is just the sum of all the relevant costs to manufacture those computer monitors. Very good. Very good. Pamela, what's the next problem we did in class? Probably the last problem we did in class. It's on page 116, she says. Tillamook Cheese Company. I'm kind of disappointed she did not draw anything in her notes. What did I draw on the board? A milk truck. She wrote the words, milk truck.
There's a milk truck out there.
Yes, milk truck. It was a really pitiful milk truck, one of the worst I think I've ever drawn, but it was there. It was there. What kind of a problem was this, Christy? Sell now or process further. Angie, what about cheese? What did we say about cheese?
We said that we are going to sell it now. No, we said we're going to process it. No.
One or the other.
I know, wait a second. I said, just said yes, but let me see. Which could we continue the process? So we said we should continue the process.
We should. Did you write down a smiley face?
I wrote decision, cheese.
She has neither a milk truck nor a smiley face.
I know the words milk.
She wrote the words milk truck. She wrote neither a smiley face, which is most assuredly put on the board, nor the milk truck. Heavens. That's okay.
I'm just picturing financial statements now with smiley faces.
They're much more fun. They're much smiley faces in board of directors meeting. Mr. Roberts, why did we say yes? She finally decided we said yes. Why did we say yes to making cheese? What two numbers did we compare to make that decision? And Catherine's kind of sneaking away because she wants, oh, she knows this. Woo! It's always easier to answer somebody else's questions. Just easier. Is that the only thing we compared? Yes, so how can we squish that into a slightly smaller paragraph, Carrie? I mean, he's right. David gave us all the numbers that we used when we were making that, but can we squish that into a slightly smaller sentence or paragraph? We compared, I'll put it into Dr. Fessler's words. We compared incremental revenue, the additional revenue, to the incremental or additional cost. Okay, so we compared incremental revenue to incremental cost. So the incremental revenue is that, yeah, the difference between the sell now revenue and the sell later revenue, that's the incremental revenue or additional revenue. And then the additional cost is the cost, which is just one number in this particular problem, the cost to turn milk into cheese. So incremental revenue versus incremental expenses. Because Taylor, in a nutshell, what are we doing with all these types of problems?